beef. Like like if you're a rapper and he just wants a bit of clout from you, he will start insulting your family, your children, whatever, with no connection to you whatsoever. Yeah. But his justification is, I'm a rapper, I can speak on things. That's what Tupac did. And as soon as you say something about him, if I were to then say something to him, he would say, you don't have a right to an opinion because you're not a rapper. What? Yeah, this man is completely nonsensical, and you could tell as soon as he stepped in, his energy was very low. He was very closed off. And Poet asked the question, like, what has made you like this? Almost like a therapy kind of thing. Like, what journey have you been on? Yeah. And his response, it's none of your business. Why are you asking me these questions? Like, you're not, like, you haven't lived my life. You don't know what I've been through. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. Like, why are you so confrontational, man? Just chill out. Life doesn't have to be like this. And yeah, it doesn't go on for very long before Poet just has had enough. And he's like, right, if you want me to go, I'll go. I'll just wait over there and I'll let my guy just finish off this interview. Yeah. But yeah, so he, to be honest, I'd never heard of him before all of this stuff went viral. I'd never heard of him.
Can I cut in there? Can I cut in there? You know, the funny thing is, I actually know African Child. I don't. No, not like that. Yeah.
Is he one of your?
No.
See, how are you going to expect something to happen in this show?
Hey, Mr. Crisp, pull back a little bit. What I meant by, so basically, yeah. Obviously, you know me, I do a lot of things, yeah, and I'm in several groups. So one of my groups here, they dropped in a video of African Child beefing one guy. He's from South London, from Peckham, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not going to say what he said in the video, but he's in his house and he's there and he's cussing out this other rapper. And some of the stuff that he says in this video, I remember I had to watch the video and then I actually had to put a comment into the group like, is this guy okay? Like, is he really saying these things? And then only for me to find out that this same African Child that you're talking about, after this video, some guys, well, it's South London, there's only so much that you can get away with. He got, for use of a better word, he got moved to.
Yeah?
Yeah. He got moved to. Yeah, big time.
Doesn't surprise me.
I've seen the videos. I don't know African Child. I'm not trying to get you to know you, bro. Don't holler at me.
No.
Yeah, don't
stay well away from us.
I'm not interested in knowing who you are or what you do. Yeah, but I've seen the video. So yeah, I'm looking at what you're saying and I'm thinking, I'm not surprised.
I don't know what's wrong with him, man. And he's such a, I don't know how old he is, but he looks like, what, 30s, maybe early 40s. Like, he's not a young guy. Yeah. And he's going by African Child, and he is just much more of a child than than anything else.
JR and that guy Kenn. Ballers with deep voices. Consider yourself warned.
The Premier League is back, people. So yes, we've got, as I said earlier, we've got another 9 months of heroes, villains, stress, and hopefully a little bit of glory. Fingers crossed. You never know. So yeah, we thought we'd discuss some of the experiences that we've had over the years of when we've maybe overinvested a little bit too much in our team. You know, maybe we might discuss the season ahead as well. See how it goes. So I wanted to kick off with something that when I was considering this topic, it took me a while to think of anything that would really put me out there. And I thought, right, let's go back to 2002. I was 10 years old, something like that. And I was in primary school. And it was a time when, actually, first of all, before I begin this, if I say the king, who am I talking about?
Henri.
The man. Yeah, of course.
The king.
Right.
TH. TH, baby.
There can't be anyone else. There cannot be anyone else. So growing up, this man was...
If you're an Arsenal supporter, this is relevant.
There can't be anyone else. So anyway, yeah, growing up, this man was my absolute idol, my hero. So I decided that for PE, my kit, we didn't have a structured kit or anything. My PE kit would be a Henri 14 Arsenal shirt, Arsenal shorts with 14 on the leg, Arsenal socks that were rolled up above the knee because that's how the king himself did it.
Of course.
The shirt was tucked into the shorts because that's how he did it. And I thought I looked the bomb, guys. Like, I thought I was the man in this. And I was wondering, bearing in mind, anyone who hasn't seen me, right now, as a grown man, I'm 6'5", right? So when I was 10 years old, I was pretty much as tall as my teachers. And so I was walking around looking like a grown man, and I was a fat kid as well. So
really, you were a fat kid?
Yeah, no, seriously, like, no joke, I was a fat kid, right? And you can't say that these days, but this was like 15, 16 years ago, and it was about me. I was a fat kid, and fat kids were fat kids back then. So yeah, imagine basically what looks like a fully grown man, very overweight, wearing a full Arsenal kit decked out in Henri.
Full kit wanker.
Full kit wanker. I was about to add that on. Hashtag full kit wanker. And yeah, I just thought I looked so sick. And I was ready. As soon as he stepped away from Arsenal, I was ready. I was in there to fill his shoes. Like, I was going to be the guy. It had no bearing to me that I was no good at football. I just looked the part, man. I just looked the part. And I had no afro back then. My skin tone is fairly similar.
I want to see pictures. Don't you, Mr. Chris?
I
would actually give money to see.
You know what? I was
JR as a full kit wanker.
Can we see your phone?
You know what?
Your phone?
No. This is why I had to rack my brain so much, because I don't think
any on
there are any
Facebook
pictures.
we can go and search.
Certainly.
Certainly. Let's search his
Facebook.
You can dig and dig and dig, but
you would never
you
let
won't
that
find
be
it.
real, yeah.
If I do come across anything like deep in the back of my
Please
wardrobe,
post
whatever, I will share it with you.
I'll have to see this.
But yeah, seeing as we're talking of heroes and over-investing in your team, I just thought I'd put that out.
Over-investing,
yeah.
Okay. You seems like you were reaching.
Mate,
you weren't reaching.
I was a big fan.
How long were you FKW for?
Probably about a year. So this was 2002.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 2002. I must have got the kit when it came out at the start of the season, which is the start of the school year. And I think I just went hard for the whole year. It's the same kit that they had the following year when they went on to be the Invincibles. So I'm not as embarrassed as I probably should be.
You should be.
And how did your teachers take you?
Mate, I was top of the class, man. I was like the biggest nerd in the school, so I was allowed to just do whatever I wanted. Yeah, they didn't really care. I've got a picture actually of me. You can do the stadium tours. Yeah. So I've got a picture of me sitting in the dressing room with Henri's shirt on that side and Bergkamp's shirt on over my left shoulder, and behind me is the following year the shirt that I got with my own name on the back. So it was Henri, Edwards, Bergkamp, and I'm just sitting there in front of it. I'm just like, yeah, man, this is mad.
Wow.
Oh,
wow. But yeah, you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, I have lots of shirts, but I have never actually bought.
No, Mr. Chris, I did not sleep in my kit. I was a full kit wanker. I wasn't that much of a full kit wanker. I've slept in football boots before though, because I put them on and I was just like, no, they feel too nice. I can't. But yeah,
that's
were there Thierry Henry football boots?
What?
No,
did you have TH14 into your boots? You're one of those guys.
No,
I gotta go. I can't be around you anymore.
I was never that bad. But I don't know what it was. I just they were comfy. I didn't want to take them off. I hadn't worn them out yet. Like, it wasn't like I've been trampling around the street and then let's get into bed. No, definitely not. But wow, yeah,
that's a story.
The stains in that bed.
That's a story.
The stains in that bed. How do you explain that to your parents?
Yeah, exactly.
What? Football boots? Did they leave us some form of?
No, he has fresh. Fresh ones.
Fresh. It was
okay.
the day they were bought for me. I didn't. It wasn't a long term thing.
Oh man.
It was just
Well, even the fact that were you wearing football socks as well?
What? When I was sleeping?
No, so you're wearing football socks and football boots.
Yeah.
When you went to sleep.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay. All right. I don't know, because I'm picturing it and it just gets worse and worse in my head. It's getting worse and worse. Like, stop.
There's some issues there.
Exactly.
some counselling issues.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
That love of Henri was deep.
Yeah, mate.
That Henri love was deep.
It was very, very deep, and it still is. But I'm a grown man now, so I can't get away with that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah. Well, a bit of a story I've got to tell.
Go for it, man. Relieve me of this pain.
You know, there are moments in football where I've cried about, and this one is probably the way I've shared my biggest tear. But I'm gonna show. It's probably gonna be a bit. It's showing my age. But do you remember the 1999 season where Man United won the treble?
Yes.
Yeah. That season hurt me for a lot of things. Now, obviously, the Giggs goal against Arsenal in the semi-final.
Giggs as in
Ryan
Giggs.
Ryan Giggs, yeah. Well, oh God. I can't believe he actually just said that. What, Giggs the rapper, did he score a goal? Come on, man.
Giggs, I don't know. Tell me.
But anyway, Ryan Giggs, so that hurt. That was a shot. But that's not where I cried. So before I was, and I always say this to people, and a lot of my friends know this and my family knows this, and I remember me and my sister, actually, we always talk about this. So that season, I was an Arsenal supporter, but before that, before my Arsenal days and, you know, loving my Arsenal and Gunner Glory, I was a big Juventus fan, and I'm still a big Juventus fan. Do you remember Calcio Italia, Channel 4 Italia? So Juventus was my team. That season in the semi-finals, I remember the goal that Andy Cole scored. I remember it was a partnership with Dwight York, and they scored this goal in the semis, Champions League semi-final. Now, the reason it hurt so much and the reason I cried so hard was because that season, Juventus were going through a whole bunch of problems, and they had, you know, there were things that were going on within the club that I was kind of, you know, privy to, or I'd been like searching. But they were not going to be in the Champions League the next season. So they had to win and go to the final and win it, and I was like, you know, I was pumped. I remember Juve hadn't won it since '96, and I was following them, and I was following them hard. So they went to 3 consecutive finals. They went to the '96 final and won. They went to the '97 final and lost, and then the '98 final they lost to Real Madrid. So I was like, this is their season. They've got to win it. Like, you know, how was the team have been? Juventus was the most dominant football team in European football. And then they lost to Man United, the team I hated more than anything. I remember when that goal went in, and I literally burst into tears, ran into my room, and I punched my cupboard door, and I put a hole in it. Now, I cried a bit more because my mom came in and she was like, what did you just do? And I was like, I broke the door.
Getting licked,
come here!
Licked.
And my mom was a proper Nigerian, like, obviously, you know what Nigerian moms are. And I'm breaking her cupboard door. She did not have it. I remember I cried because the pain of losing, the pain of my fist going through the door, and then, my mom.
The pain of your mother.
Exactly. So I just think I just go back to that memory back in '99, and I remember I was like, oh man, it was hurt. It was dreadful. I won't lie, it was dreadful. So that was it. But I don't think I've really ever cried for Arsenal. I love Arsenal. I know what we've been going through, but I don't cry for Arsenal because I know that the glory days are still to come, and no matter what, my Gunner Glory, my Gunner Glorious, we're always gonna be there. Like, you can say whatever you want, and there's so many guys that come after me because they're like, how are you still so passionate? I'm like, you know what? I keep saying to people, Arsenal are gonna win this season.
How can you question someone's football passion?
You know,
like, you
what I'm
just can't do that.
Never that. Arsenal, hey, we're back.
We're done until we're
back.
go.
Exactly, we're back.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. So that's my little story.
I actually cried once for Arsenal, and you can probably guess who it was about.
Oh.
No, it was the day he left, and I was just like, I just had a little tear down my eye.
Oh, okay.
But I was a bit older by then, so I weren't like bawling or nothing. But so
when he left, you know what? I shed a tear, but the thing is that, you know what? The funniest thing.
Did your kit come off then?
True.
I'm still wearing it.
He's wearing it right now, ladies and gents. He's wearing Tottenham.
But if we're talking heroes and villains, like Maurizio Pochettino is my most hated figure in world football right now.
Really?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Why?
Because of what he's doing for them. They
yeah.
were absolutely nothing. They were nowhere. And then Daniel Levy got a little bit lucky with finally on like the 100th managerial appointment.
Yeah.
And look what they're doing, man. They've got the new stadium, and they're doing bits like Champions League final. Remember when that was us one day?
I know. It's
So,
the thing. Yeah, I understand. But the thing is that you, like I said, there's managers that you respect for the way they do go about doing things. Like to me, my number one manager in the world, bar none, Zinedine Zidane. The guy won 3 Champions League in a row. Will never be done again.
I'm not saying he's not
as a manager. The guy's. You know what? I always say to people, Zidane has clocked football. He won a World Cup single-handedly. He won a Champions League single-handedly. He's now won the Champions League as a manager 3 years, and it's never been done before.
No, I agree.
He's clocked football. He understands. You know when you look at a football